not even the rush. But you just said there's a gator in the river?
Yeah.
Chemung River?
Yeah.
What does it say in the did you read it?
No, he took the picture of it, and it's literally you see the
Oh,
gator.
you see the gator
You
in
see
there.
the gator.
Oh, it's on his Facebook or something?
Yeah.
Damn.
Just posted it this morning.
No fishing for nobody. No.
Pull that mic in front of you, fellas. Yup.
Like this?
Yup. Just so it's like directly in front of you.
Right here, good?
Yeah, you hear the difference in it?
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy?
What?
Where the hell that gator come from?
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking myself. Like, how the fuck did it swim?
Somebody put that motherfucker in there.
Probably, yeah. No one needs them SMRs.
That means it's been there for a while, though. Like, no one just held a big-ass alligator in their car.
I don't know. White people do dumb shit.
Well, we'll find out if we hear about, like, an alligator escaping a zoo or some shit.
And think about that. Because it's like, say somebody brought it up from, like, Florida or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
as
the
a
only place
baby-
around here I could think of a gator coming from would be out of Florida or... That's it on this coast. Shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Something ain't right with that shit.
What if it's a crocodile, not an alligator?
What's the difference? I don't really know.
One's big.
One's bigger and has tougher skin and is more likely to attack anything.
An alligator's nose is flat.
Yeah, alligators only attack when they're hungry.
Oh, shit.
Crocodiles just don't give a damn.
I want to know what the fuck.
And a crocodile got a spike on its back.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
If a crocodile catch you, that's your ass. I ain't even gonna lie
Better
to you.
zigzag.
Nah,
I'm sitting here trying
that's
to
an
find...
alligator.
What?
Running side to side, that crocodile gonna catch you. They run like 30 miles per hour on land.
What, a crocodile? Damn, I ain't know that.
Hell yeah, we don't.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That
He's
fast.
This nigga know his national
Geographic
shit. You in the Amazon, that's who you want to be with out that motherfucker. Nah, don't eat that plant. That shit poisonous.
Anything that look crazy is probably poisonous.
Damn, man.
I mean, really, if
Then
I
that
was,
means half the females in Amara are poisonous.
Yo, you crazy.
crazy.
Yo.
You gotta know what's crazy. If I was ever to like, you had to think when you eat lettuce or when you eat like a salad, you eating just like greens. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, if you was ever to go on that like naked straight and you had to survive, they let you bring like one thing, or like two things, as long as you bring some chicken and some.
They ain't gonna let you bring no damn chicken.
Oh, then just bring some ranch.
He said bring some ranch to
You'll
put on
grab-
everything.
You'll grab the leaves off the trees, and then you're gonna catch your deer or your fish,
Yeah.
and then just put the meat on your salad.
I think you breaking the rules of like Naked and Afraid.
Nah, I just outthought them. They gonna be like, what the hell you need that bottle of ranch for? They gonna be like, you just gonna eat ranch, and I'm like, nah, watch this.
You know what I said to my wife once before? I was like, yo, if they was smart, a motherfucker, like, cause you know, like when people go to jail and shit, they'll boof certain shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, they'll boof something. I don't know what, but she was like, well, I'm pretty sure they have protocol in place.
To check your rectum anal cavities.
Something, you know what I mean? Going through the airport, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would be able to.
No, I think they fly them privately out there via helicopters.
Shit, maybe that's something they need to consider then.
I don't know.
Boof a lighter.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Battery with wire.
Nothing that serious to shove something up your ass. Ever. Not even going to jail.
I'm not shoving shit up shit. But, you know, I've been in position.
I've had to hide a number 11 somewhere very quickly and only had one spot to do it.
I'm sorry to tell you, if the police is on my ass and I got something that I'm not supposed to have.
No, I'm talking
call
about
me.
being in jail and having to hide a number 11.
Yeah,
you know what a
that's
number
what
11 is.
That's kind of what I was talking about, but I didn't even dare to.
I'd be damned to shove some shit like that up my ass.
I've never, right? But what I'm saying is, you'd be surprised when you're in the jungle what you can adapt to.
Yeah, you got to think of that. When when they be talking about people get stabbed in jail,
Yeah.
where the fuck they pull that from?
Most people make it, but
Okay,
there
they
are the
made it.
ones that come out of the crevice or
Somewhere.
of places that we're not going to discuss on live.
Yeah, you gotta.
Your knife got shit on it.
A whole another meaning to there's going to be
Yo.
blood on my knife.
Yo, hell y'all nasty. Yo, I still that gator shit still got me fucked up because now I'm curious. You know what I mean? I'm curious as to like,
How it got out here?
yes, huh? Because I thought they were saltwater animals.
Normally are swampy
Nah.
waters.
It's not salt water.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
They're in,
swamps.
Just dirty ass water.
Yeah, I think it's just
Murky,
like,
dirty
it's really
water.
about
The
the warmth.
Chemung River is perfect then. It's dirty ass water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but
makes
it's
sense.
something about it. Like it's like not supposed to. It's the weather. It's not supposed to be able to withstand weather like here.
Oh.
And also, like I don't know. I don't know why they're only down certain ways. But
Yeah.
alligators definitely don't chill up here.
That shit sound crazy, man. And I am very curious now. Like, who the hell brought that motherfucker here and why? Because that shit, like you said, that shit ain't walk here from wherever it's from.
Right. But I mean, water. I heard that. I heard like the Chemung River does travel pretty far.
Or
Like
it's got to meet an ocean somewhere, right? You know what I mean? So, or maybe, I don't know, bro. I don't really
big
know.
body of water.
He's smart, man.
He's a young genius.
He was
Definitely
paying
gotta give him that.
attention.
I was really.
When we thought he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's good? Let the people know what's going on in y'all world, man. Like, you got a couple shows coming up or
Yes, sir. August 19th, we got the Leo Bash, Binghamton, New York, 129 Main Street. The Bundy Museum from 12 to 6. It's a two-party event. From 12 to 6 will be a free community event for the youth. We call it the Lions Pride, pretty much. Again, backing off the Leo Bash and being a Leo. Trying to keep the youth safe and give them some, fun activities right at the beginning of going back to school. And we're also going to be doing book bag raffles, a part of that.
what type of stuff you gonna have there?
We'll have a bounce house castle for the kids. We'll have a face painting artist that also does face paint with glitter and the skin tattoo thing.
Dope.
We're gonna have a special vendor. Shout out to Amara's own Twin Munchies is my exclusive vendor for my events.
That's what's up. So
And
it's for like all age groups or just like back to school kids or
honestly, we're trying to keep it
what if
below 16.
What if the kid's supposed to be in school but he plans on skipping? Can he still go?
Well, it's on a
thing-
Saturday, so he shouldn't have school.
No, I'm saying, what if it's one of them badass kids that should be going
Oh,
back
well,
to
then
school
they-
this year?
They need to come even more.
That's dope. Whoop his ass into his next grade.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 20th of this month, we're in New York City for the Hip Hop Extra launch party for the magazine from Benzino. For those who know the name, for those who don't, that's the star of Love and Hip Hop, also the former owner of the Source magazine and a legend in the game, period, of hip hop on many of levels. So
you said like he started a new magazine.
yeah, he's starting a new magazine called Hip Hop Extra.
That's dope, man.
We'll also be in that as well. I'm trying to get the cover spot, but I know I'm definitely gonna be in it.
Grind till you get.
And then after that, the bookings continue all the way out into the rest of the year. But
Shit, how was that show you did? What was it in Chicago, or was it New York last time?
that's I was in the city about last month. I want to say I had a show out there.
I can't keep up with all them.
I've done
different-
like two shows in the city in the past 60 days, and honestly, I love performing in New York City.
How's the energy at the venues when
Man,
you're out there?
it's love. You know what I mean? Even coming from out of town, and which you can't really tell, but
Yeah,
even coming from out of town and having a different swag to my music than the typical New York City music. And we're very well loved and respected out
they're
there. Shout out,
receiving you pretty well when you.
yeah, definitely shout out to my bro Swavey the City Guy for plugging me in that lane because I hadn't even thought about doing those. And yeah, and then I'm also going to be hosting coming up here probably in the next 60 days, an exclusive juvenile teaching of music, meaning that I'm going to have upcoming artists or inspiring artists under the age of 18, preferably under the age of 15, I'm going to host a show just for them to perform.
Word?
Yeah.
Where you plan on doing that at?
We haven't locked in a venue. That's one of the things that's going on is drama, but it's probably going to be out in Binghamton. Probably the Bundy Museum again. Shout out to Melly Mel, my promoter and partner in business when it comes to that.
Dope.
But if not in the Bing, honestly, I would love to do it right here in the L.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love the 607 period, but unfortunately, you know, when it comes to Elmira,
I need a link with my country boys.
Word.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing. We are definitely looking for them country artists, too.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was just talking about they know where to get all the venues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They plugged in. They tapped in,
Big
right?
old fields.
They got the complexion for the
booming.
connections, and, you know, hey.
Yeah.
That's
Sad.
where
They know how to
everybody's
talk
been
that
at, bro.
language.
Everyone's been out in Bath and
Word.
Corning having their parties.
That's crazy. It's like
Country parties, mad country parties.
Bonfires.
probably don't be no drama. If anything, a little fight here and there, but no gunfire.
I mean, I don't know, because everyone from Elmira is starting to switch out there now. I mean,
It won't be long till that scene to be ruined.
Sucks,
Yeah.
man, but it seems like that's the wave that, you know, these youngins is on. Like back in the day when we was partying, yeah, shit would happen. You can't change the fact that things happen, but when we went out because we wanted to have fun.
And have
we
a
was
good
like
time.
looking for girls, partying.
The mission was always the same at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Buns.
Get fly.
get fly, get some buns by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Be good.
Show off your car, show
That
off
was
your
it.
outfit,
Your
your
jewels.
watch, your chain, you know what I'm saying? And you know, there's mad different cliques of people and everybody got along for the majority, you know what I'm saying?
Factuals.
Now it's like,
Nowadays, you can't go out for 20 minutes without it being a problem.
yeah, everybody's scared to fight though. That's how I look at it. Like, motherfuckers scared to get in a brawl.
My daddy
wake
taught
up
me young.
froggy but won't leap.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
I always hit my pads.
Hold up. I'm trying to give you an applause on this motherfucker, but do you hear it?
Nah.
Oh. I gotta step my game up with the audio box. Yo. So what's been good with you, Rezz?
I've just been collecting. My brain's been a lot of places.
Yeah.
So
Going
Me?
through some things or
a lot has happened in like a month span.
yeah.
But I've been building my music up still.
Dope.
I got like 6 new songs that aren't out yet. So
Writing, keeping them in the tuck.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of them, I dropped one of them, but it's not. I dropped my Fuck Your Benz freestyle, but I only put that on YouTube just so I could hear it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna promote it more soon. But then I just did 2 more songs when I was out in Florida.
Yeah. When
I
you
went-
went out there?
The 6th through the 20th.
Oh, dope. How was it?
It was lit. It was fun. I went out there and went to the outlets and then went to the mall.
It was hot as a motherfucker out there. Huh?
Too hot. Stayed in the house. I mean, I was gonna
Sunny
get.
side Florida.
I don't like the beach. I'm not a beach
Yeah.
person. And then Florida, even when you do go to the beach, it'd be crazy. So like, you gotta be careful.
Drama out there?
Yeah.
Drama.
I
What?
ain't never. I did. I mean, the only time I went to the beach is when I was in Ocala, maybe. No, St. Augustine. So it wasn't even like a popping beach. You know what I mean? My
No,
pops-
St. Augustine is a
Yeah.
small outlet beach.
I just went there to ride my truck in the sand. You know what I mean? Like on some.
No, I definitely want to ride some jet skis. I've never rode a jet ski.
Yeah.
I want to ride a jet ski. That'd be lit. But if I take a jet ski, I might take a jet ski from Sarasota all the way to Miami.
I don't think it's going that far.
I'm
I
not
stopped
coming
get some
back.
gas.
I'm gone, bitch.
I'm gonna stop every like half hour in a different place where I see another beach.
Yeah.
Pull it up and go grab some gas for it.
Shit, where was it that I just seen a video talking about a dude that might be tied to the Pop Smoke killing was found in a 55-gallon drum
Oh,
on
yeah.
a beach. I think it was like by Miami or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was.
Or was it in Cali that they found
A
it?
drum?
It was.
Yeah.
It was Cali. It was the name of that beach. I forget the name of the beach right now off the top of my head. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they call him, street justice.
Yeah. So he went to the beach.
That's crazy.
He's
I ain't
swimming
even
with the
gonna
fish.
lie. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Pop Smoke man ain't even no man. Cause like, first off, how did they know exactly what room like it was his room? You feel me?
No,
They went-
he wasn't in a room. He was in Airbnb.
yeah, but he was in his shower at the Airbnb. That's what I'm saying. How they know exactly what room he was in? You feel me?
They had
And
it on
then
the surveillance.
His
And
man's was in the house too. So you telling me you had like they had the voice recording? He was obviously hiding somewhere, and he was like, they asked him, "Are you okay? Are you in a safe environment?" He said, "I don't know," and he just was staying there. Man, I don't know. Like I said,
Who that was Pop Smoke? That was on a voice
that
recording?
was his man.
no, it was his boy.
So
The same one
They
that
were-
posted a picture with the address of where
yeah,
he
the
was.
one who got him
Oh.
caught up. You feel me?
Okay.
So not only did you get your man's caught up, but you stayed hiding. You was like hiding. I ain't even gonna lie. Like they either wanted to the words your security. That's where we started.
Yeah.
I ain't being in no big crib like that without every
Word.
part secured.
Word.
And then on top of that, he brought a random shorty back that night. Red flag. Your
Shorty
mans
probably
is in
set him
the-
up.
I be trying to have empathy and understanding with damn near every situation I encounter, right? But with shit like that, I'm so safety conscious that I just can't put myself in that mentality.
Nowadays, this is how I think of it. If your money ain't in a bank account and you got your money in cash, you might as well have a gun with you.
Shit.
And I mean, it ain't got to be illegally, because at that point, if you old enough, you might as well go get your license for it.
Word up. man.
Concealed carry. Yeah.
Shit, they starting to move it towards a cashless society now. Like I think they
Most
got
definitely.
a shit called Fed Now. It's kind
Yeah,
of like
Fed Now.
Cash App type.
It's a
shit.
Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, everything combined into one. That they're gonna control every dollar that any American citizen has. They're allegedly doing away with physical paper cash. Period.
They're gonna make that happen eventually, man. I'm
You wanna know
telling
what's
you.
crazy though? Because then how are you supposed to how are you supposed to buy stuff from other people?
So it's almost, in my opinion, it's almost a way for them to regulate everything that's being bought and sold. I mean, back in the day, you would barter for shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you these quilts that I make if you give me that basket of apples. You know what I mean? Not to say it's going to get that primitive, but
Right.
at the same time, you buy something off of a motherfucker, a personal sale, they going to know you did.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's whack as a motherfucker. Because sometimes, it ain't even like you doing anything illegal, but why would you want somebody to know everything that you do? I might want to go buy some motherfucking adult stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's totally legal. But, I'm a freak. So I might want to buy some freaky adult stuff. But why should my information be,
Now
No.
given out
Yeah.
freely, right?
you know what I'm saying?
You made me think of some shit.
Oh, shit.
That's
Oh,
funny.
man.
I don't like the way he smiled. Look at him.
I can't even.
Yeah.
But cause like if they can track everything that people are like buying and stuff, I had this situation recently where like I was confused. Mind you, I mean it kind of blew my mind. I was just as stunned as everybody else. But they gonna know when all the ladies are buying coochie wash.
Yo. Only you would think.
No, I just had
It's
a
true,
situation
though.
recently.
Then they can give out
where, like,
citations for dirty pussy.
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I hope they all see this live, cause like Rezz live, you feel me? We outside. But shorty, when I was with one of my other shorties, she told me she was going to the store. I was like, cool, you feel me? It was cool. And then mad long go by. She was only supposed to be going to the store for one thing. Bruh, shorty came back with so many coochie products.
Yo.
I ain't even want to be in the house no more.
Yo. I mean, you gotta be glad that she taking care of that
Hell
thing.
no, nah, that was no longer my thing after that. Cause why your coochie smell like that?
True.
Go out of here. I said, I don't even think you smell bad. Shorty was like, but there's times that it does get bad. I'm glad I haven't met those times.
Word.
But I don't know. That's that pH level. That's another thing. If you smell, that means your pH level balance off. So if your pH level balance off, you're being dirty. You're not keeping track of yourself.
You gotta intake some cleaner foods.
Something.
Sweat more.
Gotta get right.
That's why everybody should work out too, because your body filters toxins, and the more you sweat, not to say that's the only filtering process, but you're flushing shit out of your body with all that sweat on top of your kidney and liver doing shit. But if a motherfucker's just sitting around all day consuming, alcohol, bad food, weed, whatever, and you're not hyper filtering that shit, it's just building up. You know what I'm saying?
Factual.
Things like that probably be leading to
That and a lot of what you put in your body controls your body smell too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Chicks that are always drinking soda or all that extra shit, not drinking enough water.
I feel like the average dude drinks more soda than the average female.
I don't know. I think that's a debatable. I think that's a debatable.
Like a guy, or like even with men, like men, they also take they try to take more 5-hour energies. Like they put more unhealthy things in their body than a female would. I feel like.
What makes you feel that?
I just feel like females tend to stay more healthy than men. Like they're the ones who give me advice on stuff like that. Like, oh, it's based off the fruits you eat or all of those type of things. Like
I guess I don't have that experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here trying to think of like the most healthy people I know, and they're all guys.
I'm not saying that guys aren't healthy.
No, I know what you mean.
Females, if you pay attention to a female, like for instance, they sit there and we could be good with like a 10-minute, 5-minute shower. They have to have their 20, 30-minute shower.
That's just built into a woman's from birth because.
And they got hair that they got to do stuff with. And but you're right though, they be
2 hours on the hairdo.
Hygiene or like their brain process of how they think. For most part, like a woman is different from,
we rough.
A girl, you feel me? So a woman, if you take a woman and a man, right, and then they're both on mature levels, all right, the man might be able to negotiate things, as in he might know things she don't know, but 9 times out of 10, that female's gonna have like a lot of good reasons for why she's saying the shit she's saying. Like that's the only thing. Like when a girl try to argue with me, like I explain to them, like, nigga, we're not here to argue. We can talk about this because if you got a good reason, for what you're saying, I'll understand, and then I'm gonna give you my reason.
They be emotionally charged up most of the time, man. Like,
but if you're just saying something and then I'm like, but why are you saying that? And you hit me with a because I said, now you don't got a reason. So
you know what's funny?
Saying it.
That reminds me of females being emotionally charged up, right? So men are typically more logical, females more emotional. Yeah. But what I've realized in the last couple years is that a lot of the young men are becoming more emotionally charged, just like the females. You know what I'm saying? Like emotional instability.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. And honestly, the only thing I could contribute that to, and it might sound crazy, is that society has changed. It used to be in most homes coming up, you had a father figure or a mother that was pretty much gangster. So it was still like having a father figure, you know what I'm saying?
Uncles
or somebody of older relevance that's close to the family to keep you guided. And in today's society, unfortunately, there's a lot of single mother households. And I'm sorry to say, I don't care who you is, can't not a woman on earth raise a man.
Not like a man can. You know what I'm saying? My mom did a good job, but at the same time, nah. And that debate can be had to the end of time, but it's like saying a man can raise a girl to be a woman in the way a woman can. Granted, there's plenty of men that raise daughters.
Yeah, I have full custody of one of my daughters, and I tell you firsthand, as a man trying to raise a little girl, it's a headache and a half. And I would gladly, hell, at one point in time, I used to think about, as a kid, I'm like, yo, if I had such and such amount of kids, but I had all girls, I would have to have a woman I would have to have a woman that is as mentally strong and focused as I am in order to teach my daughter not to be a weak female.
Yeah.
I mean, because unfortunately, it seems anymore, like you said, the roles are reversing. Young girls are more tougher than boys these days, and these little boys is
like the
softer than
boys
cotton.
be having mannerisms like females. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a conversation and the first thing that happens in the conversation is like the individual doesn't agree with something you say, and then they get like, yeah, like I don't,
Right.
so they don't see that shit. You see it, and then you have to adjust to it. You know what I'm saying? Like next time you out with your peoples, or you at a party or something, pay more attention to whoever you having conversation with, and just see what comes back. You know what I'm saying? Like, or pay attention to see what their mannerisms are, because you've been raised around people that you're young, but you weren't exposed to. I hate to say it because I don't like to get canceled and shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is on his channel, so I don't want him to get in trouble. But you weren't exposed to like a lot of the feminine shit. You understand? So if you having a conversation with a dude that might even be on some gangster shit, but he was raised in a female household, you might notice and pick up on some mannerisms he has in his face and, you know, body language. And it's not, it don't even mean he gay or none of that. It's just that, he was
raised by all females. It's just natural.
Just like a female raised with all
I
dudes.
mean, I don't know. My daddy's one raw ass nigga, and he was raised by his mom and grandmas.
Me too. I mean, my dad is still in my life, but he didn't raise us. You know what I'm saying? My mom raised 5 boys, bro. But she was tough as a motherfucker, bro. Tough. She had mad rings on her hands. Let your ass not wash that bathtub when she said wash that motherfucker. And then there were times when we had fights, right? I remember one time me and my brother Roy was running home. We lived in Jones Court. She like, what y'all running from? Oh, yeah, such and such chasing us. She's like, you take your ass back out there and you fight him. Oh, he's going to beat me up. You take your ass back out there and fight him.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? That was one of the illest lessons I ever learned, because ever since then, I was never afraid to get my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
She was tough. She didn't say, leave my child alone. You know, because she knew it was like some kids fighting, and, you know, we just moved over there. She knew what was going to happen if we didn't confront it right then and there. We didn't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was tough.
That's fabulous. But yeah, I mean, that's what I feel is the change in society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of our brothers are still locked behind the walls.
Yeah.
So it's left the ladies to play mama and daddy, and some of them barely know how to be a mother, let alone be a mother and daddy.
That's sad, man.
Stop doing dumb shit to get put in jail.
Yeah. And that's what I kind of mean behind a lot of these dudes having the younger dudes, like they're more emotionally charged, which eventually can lead more people to ending up in jail. Because if you don't have emotional intelligence, that means if a motherfucker make you mad, you're gonna do something that you're only gonna regret
later on.
Yeah.
Impulse.
Yeah. No impulse control. Good word.
That's actually according to the Clinic of Studies and CDC. They say that the diagnosis of impulse control now is like 20 times higher than when it was in the 90s.
That's crazy. Cause shit was popping off in the 90s. But now I call it gun culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gun culture now, to where it's like, what was something that was real cool amongst people 15 years ago? Something that was just commonly accepted.
Heelys.
Yeah.
Heelys.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
The fact that you're only 19 and you can remember that.
Now it's guns.
I would have never wore them shit a day in my life.
Yeah, but they was popping though.
Because of Usher.
I mean, even like hoverboards. Remember when everybody had to have a hoverboard?
Yeah, I fell off first day.
See?
Game over.
I had my son
Never got one
miles on them things for Christmas. I had my boys riding up We was on a mission, bro. Shouldn't have took them that far. It was fun as hell. But everybody felt like they had to have a hoverboard. Now it's gun culture.
Yeah.
Now everybody feels like they gotta have a gun.
Facts.
YouTube, Instagram. Do they get that charge?
And like you said, YouTube and Instagram is because of what they say. And unfortunately, our field of expertise plays into that. The music culture in today's society is playing directly into that.
Yeah, I agree.
And propagating that and pushing that. It's not even of today. It's over the past
forever, almost, honestly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Making them think that it's cool when 90% of these artists, which is, I wish a lot of these kids would wake up and realize, is that 95% of these artists that they are so in love with and want to be like are nothing like what they are on that microphone and in them videos in real life.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start taking the WWE logo. I'm going to start telling niggas in every song, please do not try this at home.
Yeah. Real shit.
Because if you do, this is just entertainment.
Word.
This is for your interest. If you take this and you put it in your own hands, tell me how interesting it came out to be.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with people doing shit that is basically just entertainment, right? Because it's like watching a movie. But like you were saying, these kids get fooled into thinking that that's like
what life really is about.
Yeah, how you supposed to move. And
I mean, look at it on this factor. In today's society, right? In order to be a leader of the people, you have to be quote unquote grimy, you know, rough, tough, thuggish.
Yeah.
Nobody leads with actual mentality in mind, and you know what I mean, and planned out of ahead anymore. Anybody who is leading, even if you look at down to the presidencies, it's all whose gun is bigger, who can go to war the most.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to all this shit with not only just the Ukraine and Russia shit, but with this whole Trump shit.
Are we going to have this conversation again?
What did we talk
about? The last interview we did this.
Were we talking about aliens too?
Yes, we did.
Because you know I love my aliens.
They lit.
And I was able to tell you. Remember, I told you the definition of an alien.
Oh yeah, because then we were talking about. I think I asked you to specify. So we wasn't talking about like illegal aliens. We were specifically talking about.
I think the best thing to say is I don't pay attention to politics for one reason, right?
Yeah.
There's billions and billions of people in this world. So I know no matter how many of us vote for one president, they are not thinking none of us. They don't think about none of us. They don't know none of us. We are a nobody in this small world.
Let me ask you a question. Is there anything? So the reason why I'm asking you is because earlier I was talking to you about the dude James Hassel that I had down here yesterday for like a consultation for me to do video work for him. And he's running for mayor next year. And I was like, you know, just asking him who is the demographic of who he's trying to get in touch with. So I would say you represent a part of the demographic because you're a young dude from the town. Have you ever voted for mayor?
No.
You see what I'm saying? And he would like to help people that look like us above other things. So I'm asking him, like, how do you plan on getting somebody like yourself to vote for you? What would it take for you to go vote for somebody like that?
I mean, I guess it's their person before.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't know of who you were before, you know, it's like, how am I gonna vote for you? Because obviously right now you got something you want to prove, so you're just saying and doing things that make me seem like I'm attracted to you.
Yeah.
So personally, everybody knew who Donald Trump was before he was president.
Yeah.
And he was just some douchebag business owner.
Yeah.
So what made him change? Now he has more power. He's like twice the douchebag. You feel me? I didn't know who.
And 2 times oranger.
I didn't know who our president right now? That guy.
Old man Biden, Grandpa Biden.
Yeah, him.
What they be calling him?
I don't even know who Biden was before.
Joe.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
That's crazy.
And then it's nothing against females because I love my women, but Hillary Clinton better stay far away from office because she wake up on her woman month and it's game over. They're nuking.
And that's not just Hillary. That's
town,
any
bro.
woman as a president. That's my biggest fear.
I was trying to see if there was a bomb on here. All we got is an air horn, though. I'm blowing shit up.
Yeah.
Damn.
But also, that's another thing. Like, I don't want to know when I'm going to die. I mean, like if they're really out here just dropping bombs everywhere and shooting missiles,
Yeah.
I don't want to know when one's coming my way.
Okay. Since you
Now,
go ahead.
I'm gonna brain tease you real quick and piggyback off of that in the same token. In my opinion, right, we live in a controlled environment, a controlled society. And I say that because there's no way that you can tell me, right, that the ozone, the sky and everything is the same in every single state, city across the globe, but yet it only rains in one part or one city instead of the whole entire state.
So that's related to clouds, though, because the rain comes from the clouds. So if you have a cloud that's over here but not over there,
I understand how reciprocation works, but shouldn't the same if we go outside right now and we look up at the sky, we're gonna see one cloud, a certain cloud, right?
That's very smart.
If we're in another city and we look up at the sky, how come we don't see that same exact cloud? We're in the same state.
Evaporation.
Only 10 minutes away from where we were.
Evaporation.
You no longer see that same cloud. Huh?
all right. I think I'm confused a little.
Evaporation would that kind of makes sense because I mean, if the world's a whole, we have bodies of water everywhere.
Yeah.
Why hasn't
So
the earth
the clouds are
overflooded?
formed from the water evaporating from the ground.
Yeah.
So you would kind of picture it like we might not be able to see it, but you got to picture it. There would be water particles all through the air everywhere. So it would kind of want to rain at like
I could be
one
mistaken,
time.
but I think when the water evaporates, it becomes a part of the not just clouds, but what's that word? The
Condensation?
atmosphere
Atmosphere.
or whatever the fuck.
Ozone.
Right? So I don't think
No,
I don't
it's
think
like
water evaporates and creates a cloud like in itself. I think there's just like other things that are involved in clouds. You know what I'm saying?
like condensation and stuff.
I don't
And
even know.
here's
You kinda
here's
smart,
another
nigga.
thing.
Pollution.
And here's
me
another
on.
thing I want to bring to your attention. They use The Simpsons for an example.
Yeah.
For over 40 years now, The Simpsons have predicted everything that has happened on a grand major scale in this Earth, planet, whatever you want to call
So
it.
I have to challenge you. Give me an example of one thing that they predicted.
Well, let's see. They predicted the George Floyd thing before it even happened. There was a whole episode about that.
Yikes.
They also predicted the whole Russian thing, the submarine. All
That was bull. They didn't predict that. That was a pirate ship. But also, I feel like for 40 years, right? If that's the case, The Simpsons is made by somebody. We obviously, I mean, if we look it up, we can probably figure out who like the illustrator and stuff is.
Yeah.
But we don't know what he does behind the scenes of that. Obviously, if he's accurate guessing shit like this, two things is going on. Either he's a psychic,
or he's
two-
playing in the shit.
yeah, like, or he just works with the government. He's the one who does it, and you know, he gives the world information. Like, look, this is what's about to happen. I'm gonna let you guys see it, so you guys can kind of remember this. Like, oh yeah, like for us, we remember. Oh yeah, this happened in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So now, when that event's happening in life, and we're like, oh, in The Simpsons, what did they do?
They
to
predicted
change it?
COVID.
Or how did they
They
fix
did?
it?
Yes, The Simpsons predicted COVID.
Like a lot of things did get predicted, and that's another crazy thing. Like with COVID, I heard like none of us actually paid attention, but if we were to like look at all the things, like if you look on the back of cans of things like fabric, it tells you all the germs it kills. And I guess like the cans used to say COVID before we even like realized it.
So COVID is just a cold, right? So it's been around forever. It's the COVID-19
Strand, as they say.
yeah. So that's kind of what confused people in the beginning, because it's like, oh shit, I thought COVID is new, but I rarely seen people explain that COVID is just the title for a cold. You know what I mean? But then when it transformed from this lab, and that's another thing that's in the news, is like they're verifying, if they haven't verified, that it was actually created.
It was
in the
created.
lab.
It was created in China.
Wuhan lab. You know what I mean?
It was
Where they
created
were-
in China because if you remember the very first stories about it,
Yeah.
it had attacked China initially, and within 2 weeks,
Yeah.
they cleared it all the way out, and then
Yeah.
60 days to 90 days later, it hit America.
That's crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. Think about that. it would take us so long to get from here to China. If we chose to leave right now,
It's like a 12-hour flight, I think, or longer.
and that's direct or 2 or 3 flights, right?
Running that's crazy. It only costs you like $200-$300.
That's a human body, though, is my point, right?
Yeah.
A germ or a virus can travel. This is a human body going there. A germ can travel everywhere in that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, to every continent. I mean, there was a few places I feel like that weren't affected by COVID as much as others, but, you know, one motherfucker walking to the airport with that.
And the main thing about COVID the reason why I feel it was orchestrated to begin with is because even to this day, if you go to the hospital right now with any of the quote unquote signs of COVID,
Yeah.
but you happen to go there for something else,
Yeah.
and say you happen to die while you're there, say you got shot. You know how many people, and I know from a firsthand experience,
That they try to put that
they
label on?
immediately said it was COVID. COVID. No
Yeah.
autopsies, no nothing. COVID. So you can't trust the numbers that they, you know what I mean, of anything that they say.
It's always a financial incentive when it comes to shit like that. You know what I mean? Government funds paying for the actual drugs and
Just like the stupidest thing that, and I didn't realize it till afterwards, but when everybody was getting those stimulus checks because of COVID and all that, what none of us
like
realized.
the PPPs.
No, not the PPPs. The you know how they were giving out, I think like $300 a kid.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all that
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that shit, right? I didn't think about it until later on when somebody else put me on point. First and foremost, where's that money coming from?
Shit, they just
When
print
America,
paper.
mind you, America, the USA itself, is something like $95 trillion in debt.
Yeah, our debt is, I don't know.
To where
exact
the
amount,
United
but it's
States
heavy.
will never be out of debt. It's impossible for the United States to ever get out of debt.
Yeah.
But yet they were able to get that money. But then look what they in turn did. All that did, yeah, it helped you right then. But now a year and a half removed from COVID, and the prices on milk is $7 a damn gallon. And they're getting all
Just give
that
me
right
a
back.
cow.
Because they need their money back.
I want a cow and a chicken.
So you want, there you go, right there. You got
Yo.
your eggs, you got your milk, you got your hamburger. Right there, you good.
Y'all know, dude.
What's his name?
I ain't gonna say it unless wanna let Rezz see that. I was
from
trying to
around
find
here?
I was trying to find that goddamn alligator. See if somebody had it in the news.
Feed that. Feed that man to the alligator.
That's crazy. He looks mad familiar. Sad.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
They say that
That's nuts.
uploading child. What did it say? Child sexual abuse shit or something.
Sexual performance by a child.
Motherfuckers.
Essentially recording a child getting fucked by a grown up.
That shit is a sickness, man. Sickness. Oh shit! One of the bill collectors is hitting me up while we on live. I wonder which one it is.
Your $320 deposit is ready.
Shit. What y'all up to for the rest of the week?
I'm going back to work. I've been on my grind. Money don't
Making
sleep.
more music.
Writing more tracks.
Work, music, work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gangsta.
That's life.
Shit. You so let the people know what you got in the tuck that's new that they'll be able to check out in the near future.
Right now, I'm currently working on the definition of a G, which is my second studio album. This album is more about redefining what it means to be a G. Because the term is so often used in today's society and misused at that.
Yeah.
That it, like I said, the feedback, like I said earlier, the misleading of the kids. That I want to try to correct that. And so I've compiled. This album is going to be 22 songs long.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm going big or going home on this one. I think out of all of that, there's only maybe 10 features on the whole album.
That's dope.
Of course, Rezz is featured, on a few different tracks. Shout out to Sway the City God. He's featured on 1 or 2 tracks. And then I got a couple other artists from the Shy, FMG Guapo, and a couple other people that's down with the Chicago Executives team. Shout out to CE, you know what I mean? We the movement. But it goes into depth, it just gives it's real gritty.
What is a G to you? I mean, because we're defining what that word.
The definition of a G to me is somebody who remains who they are, steadfast in their beliefs, and fights for what they believe in, even in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That never wavers or changes from who they are, no matter what you go through. You know what I mean? Remain you. You remain stuck to your principles. You don't let the society around you change you, or the people around you change your thoughts.
Keep it
or
G.
you know what I'm saying?
A
It's
G
about
to
keeping
me,
a G.
I feel like a G. I don't know. If you eating, your people's eating. If you hungry, your people's eating. That's a G.
That's a boss, but it goes and it plays into it. Yeah, it's that same thing.
Keeping it G. I'm gonna assume there's mad little moving pieces to what a G ultimately is. You know what I mean?
A G is one that also protects and uplifts his community. You know what I'm saying?
Community,
And
family.
That's
Loved
the key
ones.
thing that we started. I started Jewel Boy ENT for was
I got a
to
question. So what's the opposite of a G?
a buster.
A rap.
Y'all said that shit quick. A mark ass buster rat, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Ace Aries. I mean,
Yo, you stupid. Yo.
I got some new stuff coming out though. Like, I got this one right here. This song's fire actually. Like this one. This was my artist from Florida. We had featured this out. This coming soon. Damn.
What y'all call this joint?
On that big ace. Like he was super cold.
That shit sound pretty dope, man. You should have
Yeah,
just plugged. You
coming
should have told
soon.
me you was gonna play it. I could have plugged your damn phone into one of the boxes.
Yeah, that
Heard it
one's
in
tough.
HD. What you call that one?
That one is an Airbnb. Yeah, it's Airbnb. I guess that's what they called it.
So
That one was with me and my homegirl. I got this other one I had did too. That one's like I was going through a lot of emotional at the time.
Where can the people find your music?
Oh, I'm everywhere. You can go on YouTube, D_Rezz, REZZ. Same thing for Spotify. I'm everywhere.
Dope.
Factuals. And you already know me, man. Y'all can find me literally, like he said, any and everywhere. Every major streaming platform, BladeShine. Instagram is Blade_Shine the jeweler. Facebook's BladeShine. I'm literally everywhere.
Dope.
But just to give a quick sample of one of the upcoming tracks that's coming out of my out of the camp. That's in the tuck. Where's grinding?
You What's today? Tuesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Shit, I think it's my turn to cook today, man.
Where is it? I can't find it right now.
Fuck am I going to cook? Let me ask my wife what she want to eat.
Some smashing ass spaghetti sounds amazing.
Actually, bro, you read my mind. I was dead ass sitting here thinking that, like, damn, I'm about to go to the store, get me this shit to go home and make spaghetti.
And then
I'd rather have my baby sister cook it for me because she cooks it like my mama did, even though I could do it. But I just don't feel like cooking. But knowing my baby sister, she's stuck up. She's grinding somewhere. All right, here it is. This song will be the next one dropping on my Spotify. It's called Grinding 6 and Straight, a City Guy. It's actually out right now on YouTube.
For my hustle, who be grinding all the time. Whether you pushing that cane or pushing that clock, it's still a hustle, man. Take it from a hustle, man. I done work that clock, took that cake, put that state. Yeah, I get it non-stop. Listen, gangster from the bottom. Yeah, I get it from my mother. That Jordan in his prime. Yeah, I get it like no other. A pretty boy, gangster, quick to spit.
All right, that's how we gonna give him on that one.
Gangster.
Coming real soon.
Coming real soon. But yeah, and then we also got the Ruthless store going on as well.
Ruthless?
Yeah, my song Ruthless, I got it out right now. That's at 21,000 streams right now on Spotify alone.
Spotify, where can they find you on Spotify?
Blade, BladeShine.
Nickel.
You already know, Herc over everything, Hercs over jerks.
Oh, shit, that sounded like a shot.
No, it's actually the brand.
That sounded like a shot.
No, it's actually the brand. I mean, if it is, it is. You take out, you take it.
You ain't jerk beefing?
I would never say beef because one of us would have to be off the face of this earth if it's true beef.
If it was beef.
I'm
Yeah,
old
because
school.
people use that word. That's another thing. People use that word incorrectly, like beef. Like a disagreement isn't beef.
It's honestly, in my opinion, it's a misunderstanding on his part because I tried to help him. I've tried to, give him advice. I understand why you switched. I really don't, because to me, the culture of hip hop is when you start hip hop.
Just for the record, don't think that I tried to bait you into talking about
nah,
something like that.
I don't bite my tongue, so I hold no crows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try to give him advice. I think there's certain people that put bullshit in his ear, and when you going through all of the, your own life struggles and shit, it tends to happen. But as an actual hip hop artist, that knows the culture and that's a part of the culture. Once you start hip hop, you're not supposed to switch it because you're not getting bookings. That was my only issue ever with Jerk, and I tried to tell him that. He changed his culture and started and dropped his talent, because that man was a talented MC. But when he started doing the music that he's doing now, with certain music comes certain demons.
Yeah.
And when you do the music of the hipsters, as they're called, either one or two things is gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
You're either gonna get addicted to what they're addicted to, because in order to be a hipster, you're usually on LSD, acid, and every other drug under the sun.
That's deep.
And it takes control of your life and fucks up your life.
Damn.
As an MC, you 90% of the time only have to worry about somebody trying to kill you.
You said only, like that. Ain't no.
I mean,
man,
I kind of worry about that.
I worry
about hippies.
No, I'm not talking about hippies in general.
I was gonna say,
hippies are cool people. Don't get me wrong.
To be a hippie.
I love to smoke weed with hippies. You know what I mean? Hey,
yeah,
that's where I got my weed smoking days from when I was a kid, was the hippies. But anything beyond that is too far. You know what I mean? But honestly, like I said, it's not a beef; it's a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? It's merely out of love and concern that I've tried to guide the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was one of the first hip hop artists that he featured with when he came out. And probably, to keep it a buck, the hottest feature that he was on as a hip hop artist.
Damn.
And I'm not saying that based off of personal feelings or anything. I'm basing it off of numbers. Numbers don't lie. Statistics don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You know what I mean?
So I don't know, because I don't like talking about.
And there could be certain people in between the two camps that are trying to get shit started. That's
Last thing I knew, y'all was cool.
like I said, I got love for him like a brother, but as an artist, I just can't. Until he can rein himself back in, I can't connect to you because you're in a different lane. It's like it would be like Michael Jordan.
So it's almost like him, because I think from what I heard from you, it's like if you're in hip hop, it's deeper than making the music. It's
a culture. It's a lifestyle.
And if you deviate from that, you weren't really ever in hip hop.
Exactly.
And it was about bookings and popularity and things of that nature.
Exactly.
I guess that makes sense. I never thought about it like that because I try to like keep an open mind to everything, but I do live the hip hop culture. Even as an older individual, I don't care if I'm professionally dressed or whatever. My life is hip hop.
Absolutely.
From the ground up. So,
but even still, like I said, I wish him the best of luck. I mean, hell, any artist from the town that's got any kind of following, I wish you the best of luck because we need it. Yeah. As the 607 in the whole, we need it.
Yeah. I mean, his new music is different, but it's pretty dope, man. Like, it's musical. You know what I mean? Like,
stay out Rezz's way.
You got to keep in mind, I record all types of people. You know what I mean? So I'm open to all types of music. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, I know several people on both sides. People that know me, people that know him, and they're neutral people. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are even people that he considers his closest.
Damn.
And like I told them, what Jerk really needs to do, after being a brand new father and everything else that he's got going on in his life, step back from the music scene. If you look at the way that he himself as a person has started becoming over the past couple of years, the proof in what I'm saying is already there.
Damn.
His attitude, his temperament, his body, his looks.
What do you without even going too deep into it, what do you mean? Like, so
he needs to refine himself.
Okay.
I feel like he's lost in what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's lost himself. He's lost his values. He's become untrue to him as an individual, as an artist, as a talent.
And that's your honest opinion.
To try to appease the masses.
Sees this so he can interpret it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you don't come from a place of like anger, hate, negativity, and sometimes
there's only one artist in the city of Amara that I hate, and I'll say his name out loud, and I dare him to say anything about it, and that's Ace Aries.
So tell the people who he is.
Saya Ace Aries, Young City Messiah, John Owens, a.k.a. the black rat bastard of Amara.
That nigga social security number 021. So why do you, what is the dislike with him?
With Ace Aries?
Yeah.
I hold no punches. He ratted me out specifically. If I got to give the whole story, I will. But he ratted me out 2012, New York City, in front of Webster's Hall. Himself, Shatik Lewis, both knew what the fuck they did.
Damn.
Bum, bum, bum.
Is there one of those? Oh, no.
That was a good one.
Maybe I should download one of those and put it on there.
I'm not a hater. If someone got good music, I tell them good shit.
Yeah.
If someone's ass, I tell them they're ass.
So does it have to be just rap or hip hop music for you to?
No, I do everything.
So I guess that applies to you too. Does it just? I mean, because in the culture, it's not just about liking hip hop and rap because it's what we live. But what if the music isn't hip hop or rap? He said he listens and makes all type of shit.
I mean, I do too. I listen to R&B a lot more. You know what I mean? I listen to some country.
Yeah.
But every artist, for instance, okay, you have never seen Tank, R&B legend, switch to doing something else, right?
Yeah.
Y'all want to see some shit?
You have never seen or will ever see Master P, a hip hop legend.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying like switch. If you're a rapper,
then stay a rapper, make your lane, and make your moves, and get your money, and prevail that way. That's what you are.
So, right? Is there anybody that we can think of that has ever switched lanes like
that? Hell yeah, me. Who? Me particularly. I rap, I sing, I do it all.
No, that's having more than one talent. That's not what we're talking about.
Listen to this though. Ready? This is
No,
coming soon.
please don't play that yet. Please don't play it yet. Because is there at least one person that you can think of that switched, that was in it, and that's what they did?
Who's that black country guy?
Who?
Chance.
Second Chance.
Yeah, he's raw and he raps and he does country.
I don't think I ever heard of him.
He's from Florida. He's a Tampa boy.
So he did country.
He does
before?
everything. He makes country. All right. He has a song called My Road that he did for his daughter. That's kind of a semi-country song.
Yeah.
But then he has a few other tracks that are like country genre.
Yeah.
But he also can spit within that. But
So that sounds like the same thing though, because the way I'm interpreting what you said was almost like how Michael Jordan went from playing basketball to playing
baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's essentially what I was saying.
Oh, that's what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else that we can think of?
6ix9ine. He went from being.
Nobody counts that right in anything.
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, also you gotta go from people who like. I don't know. It's how you how you said it. I mean, you use sports. That's different.
Yeah.
That's taking one talent and going from another.
Yeah, but it's the same.
Principle.
People.
That's what I was saying.
It's very rare you're gonna find a rapper who switches to being a chef or something crazy.
No, because he's talking
John
about
Cena.
He's
John
talking,
Cena.
he's talking about how Jerk specifically went from being a rapper to doing the music he does now, which is like
punk or pop funk, whatever
I can't classify it.
I can't even really classify it either.
Yeah. So
I mean,
my brain, that's just how I compute. It's like I'm trying to piece things together that probably can't be pieced together, but because I can't think of one rapper that
I don't
know. Mac just did that. He just went from being like a gangster rapper to a
that's different though,
Christian rapper.
because he's still a rapper.
He's still a rapper though. He stayed a rapper. He just switched genres
see
of music.
See how thin that line is. That's why I can't even think of like,
Jerk went from spitting bars to essentially singing. Is the best way.
J.I. did that then.
Who?
J.I.
J.I. the Youngin.
J.I. the Youngin.
Prince of New York. He started off doing raps.
And
now
but
he's singing.
that's a style of rap that he does. What J.I. the Youngin does is called melodic rap.
So that still fits in the same category though. It would almost be like him switching to doing rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? See how different that is?
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody that I mean, I don't knock it though, because if that's what you do, that's what you do. I was born in a hip hop household.
Kevin Gates. I mean, no, because it's genres. Kevin Gates did just jump on a country song though.
But that's the trend in rap right now.
Yeah, it's the same thing though. See how hard it is to think of somebody?
I don't know.
That's why it's confusing to me, because it's like, damn, I should be able to think of one person that has.
I honestly can't think of nobody.
I can't do it actually. Now that I think about it, I've tried to go from like my Florida to like New York drill, and I can't switch like that.
Yeah, but still, that would still be you being a rapper though.
Yeah.
Because if a nigga gave you the right beat, you gonna tear it up.
Yeah.
Even if you're on some Florida shit, some New York shit, melodic shit, it's like you're able to, like how Drake can go in on some rap shit, some melodic, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if a nigga gave you a rock and roll song,
you're gonna look at
and you couldn't rap on it, you had to you had to do the scream shit.
This is my life.
I don't know.
my life into pieces.
Yeah, but salute to everybody doing it. Who else is I don't really hear much about artists around here anymore, man. One, I don't record as many people as I used to, and that's by design. I don't like having negative energy in my space.
I feel you on that. I don't even work with a lot of artists like that. I mean, out of the town, the other artists that are making noise on the level that I'm making noise on, or that we're making noise on right now, honestly, again, I'm gonna give it up to home team. My son, L, Chase Money, Bully Santana,
He's nice.
Seymour, Young Kid Seymour.
Yeah, I fuck with all of they
AKA the Young Montana.
Seymour, he's special. You know what I mean?
That's why I call him the Young Montana. That boy got a gift that they didn't even fully realize.
Spin that block.
He's somebody that should be on. Like, personality, his look, his bars, his delivery, his cadence. And I've heard people say shit in the past that didn't really like his music as much, but I'm like, he's an artist.
He's a true artist.
There ain't
I give it to
nobody
him.
that can say he's not a motherfucking artist.
That boy, I give that boy all flowers while he's alive. That I fuck with Seymour heavy.
He said if
On the
somebody
music
get a
level.
coupe, then I'ma get a Benz. And if they making thousands, I was making M's.
Nice, man. He need to get some.
Outside of that, I mean, I'm gonna always show love to the boy, to the bro. Again, he's not from here. I had this whole debate with everybody, and I hate when they do this. When they say artists from the town. To me, anybody who lives in the town.
Yeah, that's how I specify it. Like, I don't care if you're from here or not. Like,
But a lot of these artists, when they be doing this, you know, who's the hottest from the town?
yeah.
They only consider you from the town if you were born here.
Oh, I've never done that. I mean, I came up in an era where it was like mad niggas from the city, Rochester, couple from Buffalo, and if they rapped and they were around, that's all that mattered. Like, yo, okay, nice, he is.
I can't give flowers without giving flowers to the legendary D-Blaze.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Maybe we
mean?
should call him. Oh, not right now. Shit, we could have set that up to call.
I don't even know who that is.
D-Blaze the Pyro. He did a lot of my first tracks, engineering and stuff.
I'm open for
He got
all
a song.
features.
His song that you probably do know about is Black Boy Joy.
Nah, I don't know.
It's like some real uplifting,
Yeah.
powerful. But usually uplifting music, in my opinion, a lot of it is corny because the way they deliver it, but the way he put his shit together, that shit hard. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely put it together hard.
He shot the majority of the visuals for his video.
And then,
Man.
honestly, female-wise, that's holding the town down. Again, I'm not even sure if she's from here, but I know her work from here, and that's Cat.
I haven't heard anything. She's always been dope, but I haven't heard anything.
She did a
I never get on Facebook like that because that's probably where you hear the majority of the shit, right? Yeah, she's always been dope.
That's crazy. I haven't thought of that. I don't know no girl rappers out here.
I haven't heard anything recently from him.
There was a
But
shorty
when it comes to the
last
town,
week, bruh.
I can't take nothing away from Chirp. Even though number-wise right now I'm above everybody, I won't take nothing away from Chirp.
He's still on his grind with the music.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything in years.
Who, Chirp?
Yeah.
He just dropped the album like 6 months ago.
Probably a little longer than that. I know he did an album release party down there, just chilling, playing shit.
It was fire.
Like a year, maybe.
The one song I heard in that album was fire.
His album was dope, man.
And honestly, I'm not gonna front. I thought Chirp would have had a hard time continuing when Fred made recipes. Fred the Godson passed away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know those two were heavily connected, and
It probably did become harder to move around once you lose the piece, right? But yeah, he's doing his thing. I guess so. I guess that's another point. Like, if you don't get on social media, how do you know anybody's popping? Because I don't get on Facebook. It's too much weird negativity on there. People I would never have conversations with, whether people business or
to me, popping as far as on a local scale, the traction that you got to your music.
Say, I'll hear about you.
I
Like-
hear about you.
like either way you're gonna hear
See,
about
for instance, Seymour, you feel me? I didn't figure him out through,
social media.
yeah, I was sitting there, I was chilling with some people, and those people was bumping his music. You're good enough for people to sit there and play your music at their parties. So if that's the case, I'm listening
That's
to it, and I heard
And
him,
that's like,
and I was like, yo, who that is? And they told me, oh, he from around here. This Seymour. I'm like, word, sounds fire. I need a song.
Man.
Boom. You feel me? And then if you got the other people, like, I kind of caught that they had to have been from around here because like they be talking about like the South Side shit and like all the beefs between them. So I don't know where this is. They from be around here, but like really, at the end of the day, this is what I try to explain to people, right? So you might have your Hudson Street, you might have your old block, all them, right?
Yeah.
What the hell are y'all doing if a whole nother town come in Elmira ready to fuck shit up? Y'all need each other to stick together now. This is y'all hood. You feel me? So if a whole nother hood come out ready to take shit over, and there's 4 separate parts, we gonna look at each other like what? We gonna beef with each other? No, we got to beef. Matter of fact, people were saying something about
you mean people from foreign land?
when I was it was like a couple of years ago. Someone was saying some shit about people from Rochester were supposed to come out here and like try to invade us or some dumb shit, like start beef with random. I don't know. It was a whole
like some beef going
like I heard it was supposed to be a riot. Like people from Rochester were supposed to come out here and just start trying to
I would say they're for the majority responsible for a lot of the transition into more violence in the city because they were out here with guns and shooting shit up and before Elmira was really on that, so Elmira niggas had to
Adapt.
they had to adapt to what was in front of them or you become a victim. And I'm not saying they're totally to blame, but this is real. I was in it, I seen it, lived it, went to war, fights, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then over time, I think the fact that a lot of niggas went to jail, a lot of the niggas had babies with females from Elmira, so then by default their kids became Elmira. Yeah, they became Elmira. So then the whole Rochester Elmira peep shit just disappeared slowly. And if you just don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with them no matter where he's from. Yeah, so to hear that, it sounds kind of funny because that's how it was, bro. Like it was on and popping, man.
Yeah, Elmira today.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like horsehead people. I just feel like they're different.
They're already suck up.
Like, yeah, they kind of do, like, they act different from us. And
Be on some bullshit.
yeah. And at first I thought it was, like, funny growing up. I thought it was just, like, our schools, our sports teams. But then, like, as I started growing up, I started realizing, like, we're literally only, like, 10, 15 minutes away from each other. And I literally don't like how they act.
That's crazy.
They just act different.
Like they're better than motherfuckers, though.
Even when I went to school out there, I went to school out there when I was younger. And I got kicked out within, like, a month. That's their fault. I'm blaming them.
You was wilding or you like
They were probably wilding, and I probably just showed out back. I matched their energy.
it's sad when something's so close and but so different at the same time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I was a bad
about
kid,
the,
though, so.
the gun violence out here, do you think it'll ever get any better?
I feel like it is getting better. I mean, you
Guns down, hands up.
you was hearing about people dying left and right, a year ago. Now, you haven't heard of too many bodies dropping recently. But there's like a couple more things. First, I feel like we should put all guns down. But second, if y'all are gonna be out here gang banging, shooting, doing what y'all do, I think y'all should step y'all game up because you ain't shooting. I mean, I feel like it's just sad. If you listen, I was listening to some.
How you gonna be put the guns down and all that, but then say step your game up?
Because listen, what I'm saying, you got to think. If there's other people out there, you're acting like they're for the streets too. So just because you put the guns down, don't mean they're going to.
Yeah, I've had to explain that to somebody recently. Like,
but now on the other hand, neither one of these people are knowing how to shoot a gun for real. So we might be beefing with each other, but we're letting off 50 shots for one person, hitting other people's houses, cars, other people.
Yeah.
You feel me? Neither one of us are really like that because, bro, we're just randomly letting off shots.
Yeah.
Anybody on this block could have did the same thing or could have, like, hurt anybody else. And so what kind of people are we? Like, if you don't hit your target and you hit someone else, now that's a whole different story. So
I don't think a lot of people think about those types of repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you angry at this motherfucker. Obviously, there's houses on each side. What goes up must come down. There might be other people in the house. I don't think a lot of people think about that.
Like, and that's another thing. Like, that's same, exactly, boom. Just because you're mad at a person, you feel me?
Yeah.
Sometimes you put some people think different. So you have some people that care for other people, some people that don't care for other people.
Yeah.
You break into someone's house looking for them, all right?
Yeah.
That person's not home, but other people are home. Now, you can't just leave it there unsaid and done because you got to think of it. Boom, I broke in, they seen me. Now, this person is going to come looking for me, all right? So I got to do something to either, this is how they think of it. I got to do something to either show them don't retaliate or something else will retaliate.
Yeah.
Or I got to do something now so they can't retaliate.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't think. It's all fun. Oh, let's go rob somebody or, oh, let's go try to beat somebody up. Now, they go tell their older cousin. Their older cousin's a hothead.
Yeah.
He go and tell all his homies.
Yeah.
His homies are hotheads, and they jump and follow him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I try to start becoming a leader. I started, when I was in Florida, I ran in a certain pack.
Salute to you, young
and I tried to change my pack. Like, we set, we good.
Get a motherfucking applause for that.
Yeah. So I feel like being a hothead leader is not always the worst.
Me
thing.
personally, I feel like this. I'm one of the OGs of this city.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this gun violence that's going on now is not us OGs, but the young folks.
Yeah, yeah.
So now and a matter of fact, while I'm on this interview, I'm gonna directly call out everybody who claims to be an OG, that claims to be a real banger from, you know, the original days.
Yeah.
You have a job to do, if that's what you are, to protect and uplift your community and the people inside of your community.
Yeah.
If you're not doing nothing to...
That's why I don't have respect for a lot of motherfuckers, man. A lot of, and not even to cut you off, but it's something I'm so passionate about. Like, been through a lot of G shit. You know what I'm saying? My shit is documented. Done been up, never told.
Factuals.
10 toes down, banged out, all type of shit, right?
Factuals.
But there's supposed to come a point in time when you realize that, one, this is how it could have been better, right? And if you have kids that are looking at you, that you're raising, and kids in the community, they should be able to come to you for things they don't possess themselves.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it goes back to that impulse control that we mentioned earlier, right?
Yeah.
So to see older individuals moving around like they're tough and they have less control over the emotions than the younger kids do,
It's sad.
you should be ashamed of yourself.
Absolutely.
Because the younger me didn't have as much control over my emotions. But now I understand that. So now I'm more, I be like, I'm in the best shape mentally in my life because now I'm mentally secure. So I know when it's worth moving, and I can even be patient to move if I have to, as opposed to, I feel some kind of way.
Gotta react right now.
Yeah.
Nah. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, it's on us, man, our generation, the OGs, to teach the next generation from using our mistakes of what not to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he said, why in the hell is you shooting at a house, just randomly shooting? You don't know who in that house. The person you got beef with probably not even home.
Yeah.
10 to 1. And if you really got beef with somebody, old school rules. You, that person, do what the hell y'all do. His mama, his children.
Yeah.
Girl, everything else is off limits.
Yeah.
There's codes to this shit. There's different levels to this shit. And once we stopped enforcing the codes and regulations behind this shit that of the lifestyle that we live, that's where this foolishness comes in at now. That's why these kids think it's cool to pop 30 perks in a day or all this extra dumb shit, sell weed that's laced to somebody who you don't even know, or some foul regulated shit. Or like we just seen on your phone, that is cool. And like I guarantee you that punk motherfucker right there that was on your phone that promoting that sexual act, he gonna go to jail. And in this society, unlike our society, they ain't gonna do nothing to him.
Yeah.
In our society, the moment he would have stepped into jail, that's your ass.
Shit, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I was up top, I had my shorty, because I used to get packages in my name and my bunky's name. He didn't really get packages. He was a cool older dude, Trinity, from Trinidad. And one time when I'm on the phone with him, I'm like, yo, baby, why don't you see what Trinity in here for? Cool peoples and shit. But we never had that conversation. And it was some rape shit. So I was fucked up because we share a cube, you know, he top bunk, I'm on the bottom, like, damn, I gotta live with this dude. And we just don't come from an era where you tolerate that shit.
At all.
But what I did was I sat him down once that package came in, was like, yo, we gotta talk. What you in here for? He told me straight up, pulled out his paperwork and all that. So what he said to me, which is different than that dude that was on my phone, I'm gonna assume on the news, he said that where he comes from, they traditionally arrange marriages.
Trinidad, yeah, that's true.
And he said that's what his situation was. But somebody didn't agree with him being with a female that was underage from a traditionally arranged marriage. And since he was living in, I think, New York City somewhere.
Then you can't, the laws of Trinidad don't apply to the American law. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like, I didn't even read none of his paperwork. But
that's believable.
He wasn't bashful with his paperwork. So it was one of them things where I was like, damn.
What do I do?
Yeah, so I ain't do shit to
By
him.
code, I should eat his food, but okay, I'm just let you live.
Yeah,
Shit. I mean, he ain't from my religion, so goddamn it, if that's what they do where you come from, fuck it, I ain't knocking you. But where we come from, if you my religion, we ain't jacking it. But I can't tell you what to do with your hamalong hongadong. You got 6 wives, I got 1.
yeah, yeah.
More power to any man that got more than one wife. Females is a headache.
Yeah, man. You must got a lot of money. We're coming to stay at your crib.
That part.
My one wife is enough to deal with on every level. Like, I couldn't even imagine. I'd probably run away if I had 6 of her.
Hiding in a tunnel somewhere like that.
I quit. God gave me enough for just one of you bitches. Yo.
But yeah, man, that's like I said, that's what it boils down to, man. Is in order for the bullshit to stop, honestly, I feel it's gonna take the original generation, the original G's, to step up and stand together to bring a unification in this town. Because 90% of these quote unquote affiliated people in this town are misled to begin with.
Yeah.
They don't know the real principles, and they won't ever find out. And unfortunately, I hope nobody has to go behind the G wall, but you won't really find out how misguided you've been in these streets until you're behind that G wall and living on a daily basis how you have to live.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy when it's the older motherfuckers leading these young dudes to do a lot of the shit they do. Granted, I understand the hustle, because if you come from the hustle, you ain't got shit, you ain't have shit. You know, I can't knock a hustler, right? But if you're not instilling anything into these young dudes, whether they hustlers or not, you know, not instilling any morals, principles, codes, all you doing is helping to create a monster. You know what I'm saying? And you are the main, what is it, Dr. Frankenstein?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're Dr. Frankenstein creating a monster. But, I mean, you can almost predict what the future is going to look like.
It's going to hold for him, absolutely.
Yeah, if you take 10 individuals on some street shit, you can literally, you have a high probability to predict what's going to happen to
who's going to be dead, who's going to prison, who's going to be the teller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sad.
Don't always make it right, though.
Nah.
I mean, a lot of people thought I was going to be the opposite of what I am.
Me too. I fit in that category too. I've been in prison twice, bro.
People thought I've been out going on 9 years now, and motherfuckers thought I want to make it out not even 6 months.
I think I told you the story when I went to pick my son up from his school when he went to Broadway. So when I was on parole, I made a 360 when I came home, because before, when I went up, I ain't have no kids. The second bid I did, I had 3 kids. That shit fucked me up. I'm like, damn, I'm providing for my family. Now that I'm gone, it's like I can't even protect mine. I'm a protector naturally. You know what I'm saying? That shit fucked me up. So when I came home, I took my ass back to school, corning. You know what I'm saying? I got a job. I ain't give a fuck. I was detailing cars. From there, I worked mad little job. You know what I'm saying? I ain't give a fuck. I was like, I'm not leaving my kids. I don't give a fuck what I gotta do. I'm working my ass off. So I ended up getting a job at I think I was working for Glove House or for Catholic Charities at this point. I went to pick my son up from school, and then the school resource officer seen me in the front office where you have to go in and you're standing there waiting for the kid to come down.
Mm.
He tapped me on the back of my shoulder. I turned around like, and I had my badge on. He was like, Kurt Poole. I was like, yeah. He's like, hey, can I talk to you? He's like, my office right across the hall. So I'm like, yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm thinking he about to tell me some shit my son done did. I'm like, fuck. I'm picking this nigga up for an appointment, like a dentist appointment or some shit. So I'm thinking he about to go in like, yeah, your son, because he was a challenge when he was younger. I sit down. He was like, you were a real fucking problem for us. So as soon as he said that, I kind of got a little defensive, like, excuse me? He was like, my name is such and such. I was on the task force. He named this one name that I don't like naming because he was like the task force boogeyman to me. So he named a couple people, but his name was kind of unfamiliar to me. But he was like, yeah, it was me, such and such. Yeah, we were tailing you. We this, we that. So he was part of the task force that's why I went to prison. the second time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they was on top of their shit. Like they was, and I was so fucking arrogant and I didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
I would have asked him, why are you telling me this?
Now I'm glad he did because he was giving me my flowers. Because he was like, it's nice to see that you changed your life around, that you're doing, because I had my badge on and my work clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like dress shoes, and
Word.
that isn't the individual that he seen. I probably should have specified that because you're right. That's not the individual he knew me as back then, but it was more than apparent that I made changes when I came home because I was out here. I'm no longer out here on that. You know, I'm in the paper for doing positive shit, in and out the schools for doing positive shit. And he obviously knew about that. You know what I mean? I seen another one of the cops that was involved in this building before, and I still got PTSD when it come to them motherfuckers just because it's like,
Always.
I'm looking at him, he looking at me. I ain't say shit to him. He ain't say shit to me. Kept it moving. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
crazy, I say. Y'all want to wrap this up? For some reason, it looked like the damn, that shit said, what was it, 1 hour, 20?
Yeah, 1 hour, 26 minutes.
Yeah, we was going in. We didn't even talk about no aliens. You know, I like to talk about the aliens. Y'all want to talk about some aliens?
And Rezzy off this.
Jew boy out. You and me both. I've been